California, baby, we put on for the state. Central Valley got the heat, I swear to God, them boys are great. It take what it takes, it take what it takes. Her hustle and effort, it take what it takes. Hey, no sleep, working hard on my craft. Getting closer to my goals, putting things in my past. That's the thing.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to It Takes What It Takes, the podcast that's all about highlighting elite athletes right here in the Valley. My name is AJ, and this is my daughter, Mila, a.k.a. Mila Mentality, a.k.a. Big 12. We're excited to bring you a podcast that's aimed at generating exposure for the talent we have here in Fresno and also giving the younger generation a glimpse of what it takes to be great. We're going to teach them about the grind, the hustle, and the heart.
Yeah, welcome to our first episode. We're excited to sit down with these amazing people and talk about their journeys. Thank you for watching and enjoy.
For our first guest, we got a Fresno staple, somebody that everybody knows, everybody loves, and somebody who's been a part of the game for a long time. Somebody who's been a part of the game from every level, from a coach, a trainer, and most importantly, a father. And we got some good news recently, right?
Right.
Y'all help me welcome the next San Joaquin Memorial girls head basketball coach, Mike Potts.
Thank you guys having me here. Appreciate you guys having me here.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. It's a big time. Now, for our first guest, we wanted to bring somebody who kind of embody what Fresno means and somebody who's put the work in, somebody who has knowledge about what's going on, because I think that's important for us. We want to give information that actually is good information, not just talking to be talking. So thank you for that.
Appreciate it.
How's everything going?
Everything's going smooth.
Yeah.
Moving forward.
Good. You know, you got a lot of work ahead of you right now, man. So
Yeah.
you know, good luck with your journey and everything you got going on, man. I think you're gonna do some real big things.
Appreciate it.
So I know we've known each other for a little bit, man, but I want the people to get to know who Potts is. So outside of basketball, who is Mike Potts?
Mike Potts, a family man. I love my kids. I love my wife. I love to go on vacations. We love to do silly stuff around the house, play video games, talk trash, which we always do. I love having my kids back home. Obviously, we have 4 kids in college right now, so the house is a little quieter. We only got 2 in the house, so it's a lot quieter. But when they all come home, love having them home for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and it felt like old times. So,
How do you raise a whole family full of dogs, bro?
Joe Jackson style. But no, me and my wife, we just kept the kids in sports. I mean, 6 kids. Well, Malik wasn't born yet; it was 5 at the time, but we had 5 kids, and we wanted to keep them busy, and we wanted to keep them active. And so we had a cheerleader, we had a football team, flag football team. I think all the kids played, but my oldest daughter, Asia. Soraya played on the football team. So it was just good. Asia was the cheerleader for the team, and I had 3 boys playing and 1 girl playing. So it was just fun, man.
That's dope.
And I actually coached that team.
That's dope. Did you?
Yeah.
That's dope.
That was actually my first coaching job.
Really?
Yeah.
Said, oh, y'all, come on, ain't nobody late.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So for your basketball journey, how did that start? How did you fall in love with the sport?
Fell in love with it just playing with my friends in the neighborhood. I mean, all my friends played. We all grew up together, went to Columbia Elementary. I actually started off in soccer first, but then later ventured into basketball. But I think I gravitated more to basketball because all my friends played. And, you know, you don't want to be the oddball out. So,
Who poured into you early on?
my AAU coach, Coach Hoy. Coach Hoy was a small Asian guy. He was funny, he was goofy, he was demanding, he was cool. He let us be kids. He made it about basketball, but he let us be kids. And we traveled a lot throughout California. We went to Reno, went to Vegas, we went to all the surrounding cities and played, and it was fun playing with Hoy. Yeah, Hoy made it fun.
What's one thing he left with you? What's the main thing he left with you?
I would say all my coaches left with me just working hard. I had skill, but I think my work ethic what stood out the most. Because I just played hard. I played hard on both sides, and that's all they talk about is playing hard. Playing hard, give everything you got, don't save anything, and that's my mentality now when I coach kids. Give everything you got. Till you sit down in that chair, just give everything you got.
100%. And that's what I was going to say, man. I was just about to say, when you walk in the gym where you at, that's what you see every time. You know what I mean? That's one thing that I definitely have noticed. It's crazy because now the cycle is kind of turned where we were young and we had coaches that kind of influenced us and, you know, played important roles with us. But now that role has changed and now you got kids who are looking up to you when you're making the impact. What does that mean to you?
That means the world to me because I can relate to them because I was them. I want my players to have an open door policy where they feel they can talk to me and they're comfortable talking to me. I don't want them to be scared to talk to me. I know some coaches, they're so demanding that they can't have a relationship with their players, but you got to have a relationship with your players. It's more than just basketball. At the end of the day, they're humans, they're kids, they're going to make mistakes. I'm going to make mistakes as a coach. So you just got to build relationships with kids.
100%. At what point did it shift from when you were playing to being like, dang, I think I would be a good coach. I think that this is something that I could take a little further.
Well, I stopped playing, I think, around 24. I think my daughter was coming, Soraya, and I wanted to be present for her. So I just kind of gave it up. But I wanted to be realistic about it. I knew I wasn't going to the NBA or anything of that nature. So I just wanted to be around the game. So I just said, I'm going to start coaching, I'm going to start training. I know I can give to kids because I had good mentors, I had good coaches over the years. And if I don't know something, that door is open for me to call them and say, hey, I need help with this. I don't understand this. How do I approach this? And so I had that open door policy with the coaches and mentors over the years.
And it's kind of crazy how that just literally is passed down to the next generation, man, because I feel like I had a bunch of coaches who were the same way. And I find myself having those same conversations with my team, just about grinding and just keeping your foot on the gas, just being a dog, man. So that's amazing.
I train with you, so I know the difference, but how would you explain just training and then training with a purpose?
Training with a purpose, I'll use shooting. Do you just catch and shoot or you hunt shots? It's a big difference. Some kids just catch and shoot and they think they're getting reps. And yeah, you need those type of reps too. But if you want to become a better shooter, you got to hunt shots. That means you got to do your work early, your footwork, your catch, your balance, and there are all those great things that go into it. So I always tell kids, yeah, that's good to go outside and get shots up, but are you working hard on those reps? Or are you just going through the motions on those reps? That is the difference. So if you're really going hard and you're really getting your feet down, getting your shot, getting your balance and all that good stuff, you're going with purpose. If you're just catching, shooting, and then you're just walking off, are you really getting better? No. So I always tell kids to hunt shots because shoot that shot like the game is on the line. Every shot you should shoot, it should feel like the game is on the line.
So from what you've seen, what do you think is it that actually separates the good players from the great players? And I mean like the players who are really elite.
Sacrifice. The good players are willing to sacrifice. The players that are good, they're going to be good. But if you want to be great and you want to go to college and you want to make your name, it's the sacrifice. Are you willing to get up 5 a.m. to go work in the gym? Do mom and dad have to pull you all the time to go train? Right. Are you putting work in on your own? Are you going outside, working on your ball handling, your shooting on your own?
Talk to them, coach.
So, yes. So that is the difference from great and good. But my own kids, I think I did a good job of especially my older son, putting that into him early, how to work hard early. So now he's at Fresno Pacific and he knows what to do now. He has the blueprint. So now going with Malik, it's a little easier because Malik just has my work ethic. Malik has the work that I had at his age. So with Malik and Abe, they both great players, but they're both different. So with Malik, it's just the work ethic at this age is just through the roof. Versus with Abe, I had to pull it out of him. So that's the difference between those two.
That's amazing. Because my next question was really going to ask you, so do you think that you're either born with it or do you think that it's built? And that kind of falls in that same kind of realm because some people do just have that work ethic. There's no questions. They're ready to go. But also some people, you see it. And I always say it's important about your trainer, your coach, and your parents too, because some people don't know how to get that out of a kid. Some people just think that yelling at a kid is going to get that out of them or running them is going to get it out of them. Right. And sometimes you got to come from a place of motivation and let them know, who they are and who they can be versus just coming with the brunt all the time, man. So, that's some good stuff, man. You did a good job with your kids. You're doing a good job with your kids, man.
If someone's stuck in their own head, what's something they can do to get out of it?
I think it has a lot to do with, like you said, the trainers and then the coaches. If they got a coach that understands the player and that player goes in the tank, sometimes you got to pull that kid aside and talk to him I do a lot of that in training and practice. I know who I can be very demanding with, and I know who I got to go pull them aside and I got to explain and I got to go talk to them. So when I see a kid going to the tank, I pull them aside, we talk, walk off to the side, we talk about it, and then I'll let them verbalize what they feel is the problem. And then I'll let them know what I see is the problem. And then we just kind of go off that way. So for me, it's been beneficial with the players over the years that I coach or train. I just did it last night at practice. I got a kid, he's still learning, but I know he's a visual player. So you got to show him more than tell him. But if you show him, he got it. So every player is different. You just got to approach it different. You can't approach them all the same. Just like your own kids, they all different. You can't treat them all the same. They all different personalities.
Everybody talks about skill, but where does mindset really fall into that?
Skill set, it helps to have skill set, but you got to have IQ too. I think IQ goes a long way. Obviously, you need skill set, but you need IQ to play basketball. If you have IQ, the skill set and IQ will go hand in hand. For me, I like to teach a lot of IQ stuff in practices or in trainings, because that part, if you can think the game, if you can see the game, you're ahead of the game. I have one kid that's my best friend, Chase's son. I'll give you an example. His name is TJ. I think TJ is ahead of the game at this age, because TJ can see plays before they develop. His IQ as a player is just out of this world for his age. And I always highlight that with him because he played with us in the May Hoops. And honestly, if he didn't play that last session with us, we don't win that session, because just the plays he made, the way he was able to control the tempo of the game, and the ways he was able to slow the game down, the IQ for me goes a long way. Because if you know the game, it makes life easier for him and easy as a coach.
I agree.
It makes life way easier.
I agree. So we got a lot of kids who have that right now, right? We got a lot of kids who have all the skill, all this talent, but they don't necessarily have the IQ to match that.
Right.
So what do you think is the bridge there? What do you think the things that they could work on to see the game a little bit different?
Watching film, in practice, asking questions, paying attention more in practices.
Come on now, talk to them, coach.
Yeah, more teaching in practice, teaching and development. Put them in a situation, put them in drills where they can see plays and then break it down. I do a lot of that, especially on the pick and roll action. A lot of teaching off that, how to get around it, how to get through it, how to defend it. So we do a lot of just teaching over and over again, and then just repping the drills out over and over again until they get it, especially defensively. You got to rep things out. Playing man-to-man for kids at an early age is hard. So you got to rep out a lot of drills. And we have drills that we rep out every day. For the first 30, 40 minutes, we're repping the same drills out until it's muscle memory. Then we move on from there. And then we ask them questions, and we put them in a situation where they got to make a decision. They got to think and try to make the best basketball decision in that moment. So that's what we do.
That's big time, man.
How did your kids build their identity, not just known as your kids, Pot's kids?
All my kids were little Pots for a while. Abram probably became Abram or Abe probably his sophomore year when he won a state championship for San Joaquin Memorial. I think that's when he started to really, everybody started calling him Abe and not Little Pots no more. Soraya was always Little Pots because she was my twin, so they always called her my twin. But I think they all took stuff from me, but also I think they also made their game their game. And they did stuff to help their game. And I think over the years, they proved that they had their own identity. I know they got tired of hearing people say, oh, your dad used to be really good and all this. And Abram always tell me, like, man, every time we go somewhere, and I'm like, but you're you and I'm me. And you ain't got to do what I do. This is your journey. Be the best version of yourself. So.
100%. All right, so let's talk about Malik for a second. The one, who I've been around a little bit, man. His game has definitely grown. With today's game, with as much exposure as they're getting, social media, how you kind of navigate his journey?
Me and my wife do a good job. Obviously, he's earning accolades early. He's getting a lot of things. He's getting asked to come to camps. He's getting his name out there when he go play in these events, these top events. The way we try to navigate with him is stay humble. That's great. Keep working. Live in that moment that day, and then tomorrow we back to the grind. That was yesterday, this is today. Be happy in that moment. We don't want to take that from him, but tomorrow's a new day, and you got to go back and do it again. So that's the hard part, being consistent at an early age, which a lot of kids struggle with. But with him, make sure he's not so much on social media and not comparing himself to other people, and have him understand that just be the best version of Malik. You're not going to get it all today. It's going to take some time. It takes years to develop. Let's worry about what you look like going into your junior year, your sophomore, junior year. Let's worry about that. And then we can go from there. But in the meantime, this is all reps. It's just trying to get better. So
Kind of that brick by brick mentality,
brick
right?
by brick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Keep the main things the main things.
Yeah. And I do like that too, though, man, because I'm big on like letting them enjoy the moment, because they need to feel that to build,
Right.
confidence to it. But like you said, don't lose track of that
Right.
that grind, man, and don't get bored with your crowd for sure. Yeah, he gonna be one of them ones, bro.
That's the goal.
Yeah, he gonna be one of them ones, man.
Which one of your kids could you see becoming a coach?
It's a good question.
That's a great question. Well, I have a kid. One of my daughters is already a coach. She's in Vegas, Asia. She's a cheer coach at a high school. So she's doing cheer right now. So she's following her passion, but helping the next generation. So she actually started a little bit earlier. She did middle school, and then now she's at the high school and the varsity level. So she's out there doing that. Who else I could see coach? Maybe Soraya at some point, because her career was cut short because of injuries. So I could see her wanting to be around the game and give back. And she may be on our staff in years to come to help be behind me and learn and get better as a coach. So
Do they have your coaching style?
I don't know. I don't think they will adapt my coaching style, because I was always hard on them. So I think they will have their own unique style of coaching. I came from coaches who were tough. So I don't think they will take my coaching style. My daughter, Soraya, I coached her from 6th grade to 8th grade, and it was a lot of mediation between my wife and me and her. So I don't think they will take my coaching style, but it would be unique to see them coaching on the sidelines. So
Yeah. You got to have a father-daughter duo coaching. That's going to go crazy.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your new job, man. Let's talk about
Yeah.
Memorial. Being a Fresno kid, what does this job mean to you?
it means a lot, because I'm a Valley kid. Never would have thought I would have got that job. I honestly thought I would have probably moved out of Fresno and started coaching somewhere. But to get the opportunity to have them come seek me out to come get the job, originally I was like, oh, I don't know. I even talked to my family and talked to my wife, and she was just like, it's a great opportunity. The time is now. Like, you can't keep turning down opportunities. And I was like, you're right. So I knew where the program was and where it's at, and I looked at it as it's a great challenge, and I like challenges, and I don't shy away from hard work. So getting the job, I knew coming in it's going to be a lot of work, but I know I can get it turned around with the staff I bring it into as well. I've got a strong staff, and they all seasoned. They all got over 10 years coaching, playing years. They all want the same thing I want to see kids get better and develop and turn Memorial into a powerhouse. That's our goal.
So I know one of the things that comes with that is kind of what I'm hearing is there's going to be a culture shift.
Oh,
There's going to be there's going to be something everybody feels is different.
Absolutely.
What kind of culture are you trying to provide for the program?
I just want kids to come there. Like I said, everything is earned, not given. I want everybody to come in with a mentality of working together, togetherness, playing hard, playing with grit, just having toughness, being in the gym. I love being in the gym, and then just being disciplined. And if we all do it collectively together, as far as the coaches and the players, I think we can change the culture there. We can make it fun there. We can get people to want to come to Memorial. As of right now, next year, we probably only have a varsity team. So our goal the following year, year 2, will be to have a JV team. But I think this year, people are going to like the change. It's going to be a change. So we're going to try to play fast. We're going to try to get up and down the court and defend. So it's going to be a new challenge, but it's a good challenge.
Like I keep saying, I know I can't tell you enough, but I think you're going to do a great job, man. When you are looking for players, if one of them was just to walk in your gym and you were already running practice, what do you want them to feel?
Oh, I want them to know that it's going to be high intensity. You got to match my energy. I bring energy. I feel if I bring energy to practice, kids going to bring energy to practice.
Yes,
if I'm
sir.
boring, they're going to be boring.
Yes, sir.
And that means not so much of me just yelling anything. It's just more just bringing intensity and getting everybody going. And I want my coaches to bring intensity. I want everybody to be in there together. And when they walk in, I want to be like, wow, that was a good practice. And all those kids work hard. I can see why the program is moving in a better direction. So
I think you one of them coaches that be putting reverse psychology on these kids, man. I think when you walk in the gym and you hear you hollering sometimes or you're loud, and like you say, your energy, you walk in the gym, you're like, oh, shoot, I can't really play. But then when you get to know you, you got like a kind side that people want to gravitate to you. How do you balance that, being hard on your players versus also making them feel like I'm here for you and whatever you go through, we going through together?
It's having a balance. You got to have a balance. Early on, you got to teach kids things. So obviously they're not going to know what we do yet. We got to teach them everything that we're going to do in the drills and label the drills, and they're going to know certain drills we're going to do. Once they get to know that stuff, I think it's easier. In the beginning, it's probably going to be, yes, us being demanding, us being on the kids, you're not working hard enough, you're not getting up the court, you're not sprinting. But the overall focus for the team is just, like I said, togetherness and everybody doing it the same. So we just need buy-in.
That's amazing, man.
Do you think kids today respond differently to coaching from when you were a kid?
I coach the way I was coached. But I'm smart enough to know when to back off. I know when to back off. I know when to pull a kid, like I said, pull a kid aside, talk to them. But yes, I mean, some kids go in the tank, some kids don't. I think I will have a grasp on who I can be demanding with and the ones I would have to like will them in a little bit. But it's just having a balance. Over the years, I've gotten better at balancing that, especially the last 3 to 4 years. Even my older son was like, his last year at AAU, he was like, that was the funnest year. He's like, because you wouldn't own us as much. I said, well, because now you guys get my expectations and you guys been around me for years. So when you learn everything we do, it is fun. But in the beginning, it's going to be tough because I need you to get on our page. I need everybody to be on the same page. And when we get on the same page, then we can ease off a little bit. Right. But the standard's going to be the standards. You got to work hard.
Get to where I'm at, huh?
Yeah.
And I think that's important because some kids think, I don't know if it's like they think they're going to break you, but they'll challenge you a little bit. And I think that once you let them know like, hey, you know, I'm here and I'm here for the right reasons. So you're going to get on board or you're going to get left behind. And I think the kids are like, once they understand that, I think it gets a little bit better. And they understand you are the coaches who actually care about these kids and they can feel that. So I already know a lot of your players are like, I'll run through a brick wall for him just because the way you are. So I think that that's real important. Let's talk about direct goals for the program, man, your vision for the program. If you take wins and losses out, what do you think success is?
Success going to be how much we can develop, how much we can get kids better, how much we can bring kids together and build team bonding, how much we can get the girls to be for each other and not against each other. I think all those things just play into a successful program. So it'll take time, but we'll get there.
Yes, sir.
How important is team bonding?
Oh, team bonding is everything. Without team bonding, it could be a long season. So I know my goal is to do things outside of basketball. I don't want to do everything involving basketball. I know I already told the girls we're going to do some bowling nights. We're going to do different things to try to do bonding. I know they brought up, what is it called when they go in there, when you got to go in there and you got to...
Oh, the escape room?
Escape room.
The escape room.
So I know they already mentioned that they want to do an escape room. I think that'd be good for team bonding. You got to work together on those things. I think you just got to find ways to do things together. I don't know if we're going to be doing any big trips out of town this coming year, but if we did, obviously we will find places to go out. More than just basketball. We'll find places to go and eat and hang out and things of that nature. But I do think team bonding is huge. Like you got to have team bonding. So me and my coaches are going to find ways to bring them together, do things outside of basketball, and do stuff with basketball, obviously. So
when you say players have a champion mindset, what are they doing specifically that other players may not be doing?
They doing well, I don't like to use the word extra because if you're saying this is what you want to do, nothing should be extra. But they're the ones getting there before practice, they're stretched, they're working on their game. They might be doing form shooting, might be doing ball handling before practice even start. They're the first one in drills, they're winning drills, their energy, they're encouraging. They want to stay out to practice and get extra shots or get extra work in with our coaches. I think that builds a championship mindset. If they're encouraging our players, maybe some of our kids are struggling, and they the one get everybody together. Going through that right now with our girls team, we're doing conditioning. Nobody wants to do conditioning, but I got one particular girl, Alicia Gordon, who is bringing everybody together. Her energy is just contagious, and she's able to get the girls to work harder just with her encouragement. So I think that's what makes a champion.
Shout out Alicia.
Period.
So, where it takes what it takes.
Yep.
So when you hear that phrase, what does that mean to you?
Like I said, it takes what it takes. Sacrifice. You willing to do any and everything to get where you need to go?
100%. I love that. If you had one player to compare your mindset to an NBA player, who's it going to be?
Kobe.
Kobe, baby. The Mamba mentality.
Yeah.
Let's go.
This next segment is rapid fire. I'm going to be asking you some quick questions and you got to answer fast.
Okay.
Shoot like Steph or athleticism like LeBron?
LeBron.
Win by 1 or win by 20?
Win by 1. Build character.
What was your favorite win?
My favorite win?
Yeah, with your team.
And May Hoops.
Who's your favorite NBA and WNBA player?
Well, I have to be LeBron right now and Asia Wilson.
What's your favorite shoe to play in? What's your favorite shoe to wear?
LeBron shoes.
Airball 3 or miss a wide open layup?
I'm airball that 3. I'm not missing no layups.
Win by 1 or win by 20?
Win by 1.
For your team, who was the toughest opponent y'all faced?
Team determined.
Would you rather have 15 points or 10 assists?
15 cents.
What's your go-to meal after the game?
After a game, back in the day with nachos.
Funniest player on your team?
Parker.
Okay, that was the segment.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Good job, coach.
All right, man. So one of the last things I want to do, man, I got a ball here.
Yep.
As you know, after every game, a coach gives out a game ball. So this is your opportunity to give a game ball to somebody who has played an important role in your journey.
That person's going to be my wife because it's not easy. It's not easy being a coach's wife because I know I'm going a lot. I'm in the gym a lot. And so it takes a special person to understand that work. Obviously I was building a program 15 years ago, my Fresno Wildcats AAU, that is going to end this year. And then now I'm stepping into a new journey of San Joaquin Memorial where I'm looking to build this program up.
Yes, sir.
So I would definitely have to say my wife because she knows what it takes.
Shout out to the wife.
Yeah. All right, man.
Yeah. All right, thanks for coming on. But before we get out of here, I got one more question for you. If you had one message to give to this next generation coming up, what will be your message to the Valley?
Just put the work in, be the best version of yourself. Don't be afraid to fail. And understand it's a long journey. You'll get there with hard work and time. So just keep putting the work in, stay true to yourself, have a small circle, stay in the gym, and thank your parents. Because I always feel like the elite kids have elite parents. So
100%, man. That's great, man. Y'all better listen to Coach. Thank y'all for tuning in. That was our very first episode of It Takes What It Takes. Go follow us on all platforms, and we'll see y'all next time.
peace.
Peace.
We
all chilling. Let's go.
Good
luck, man.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you, man. We just getting started. We just getting started. Come on, make it the first one.
Takes what it takes.